Let me start by asking a question. In this day and age, how do you think consumers decide which merchant gets their business? That's really a $1 million question, and of course, most merchants would love to know the answer. So I'll tell you, it's actually the presence or absence of specific digital shopping and payment features that consumers use to decide which merchant gets their business. Now, that insight comes to us from the 2023 Global Digital Shopping Index, which is a Payments.com and CyberSource collaboration. This study examines the behaviors of 13,349 consumers and 3,124 merchants across Brazil, India, Mexico, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, and the United States. This is the third year of this global study, the second year to feature the UAE, and it examines the factors that influence how and where consumers shop, how they pay for what they purchase, and the features that establish merchant preference. Joining us to take a deep dive into these findings is Michael Berner, Head of Merchant Sales and Acquiring, Visa CEMEA, where he drives growth and development of digital payments acceptance and profitable merchant relations in the 89 markets across CEMEA. Michael has over 25 years of experience across multiple disciplines in financial services. Welcome, Michael, and thank you for joining us.
David, thank you first of all for the introduction, and I would like to welcome everyone to this series of the podcast.
Before we get too granular, what struck you as some of the overarching trends of this study?
I think the research which we've done between Visa and CyberSource is very interesting. So we've seen across 6 countries, Brazil, India, Mexico, United Arab Emirates, the UK, and the US, so it's very, very large markets, is that 87% of the consumers use digital features to shop and pay for the purchases, even if they're shopping in a store, not online. So we sort of selected 3 large groups, 3 personas, if you want, on how we can segment these consumers. First is the digital mainstream, and this is the largest group. So this is 52% across all 6 countries which we studied. And the digital mainstream consumers, they are the shoppers who are using some element of the digital shopping experience. So they read the reviews online on the products they would like to buy. They use mobile optimized apps. They can select some of the products online, but then continue closing their purchase in store. So that's the largest group. That's the mainstream. Then the next group, which is 1/3, roughly, slightly more than 1/3 of all people whom we asked, are digital enthusiasts. So that's the people who are actually even more, deeply engaged at the digital shopping experience. So they are the most enthusiastic users of digital features. They're also most technology and most data literate out of all the personas who we surveyed. And we see that they are early adopters of the features which are coming as a new shopping experience. So they are early adopters of buy now, pay later. They use voice-enabled shopping from time to time. They use the feature of buying online, but picking up in store. So that's the digital enthusiasts, 37% of all respondents. And finally, we have a digital minimalist consumers. They use fewer shopping features compared to any other persona or group. And typically, they use the experiences which are highly correlating to their offline habits. So coupons, rewards, promotions, preferred payments, and stuff like that. So this is about 10% of the consumers across 10 countries. We call them digital minimalists.
Okay, now you mentioned that stat about the buy online and pick up in store. I thought that was pretty interesting. What else can you tell us about this buying trend?
Well, actually, pickup economy is growing, and its importance is becoming larger and larger. So we see that many consumers, unlike a little bit in the past during the COVID time, everything what you order is supposed to be delivered. Now, many consumers actually trade delivery fees because they sometimes are not very small for delivery immediacy. So 26% more consumers last year over the year before actually choose buy online, pick up in store. And consumers actually favor this certainty and cost effectiveness sometimes more than the fast speed of delivery. And we see that actually buy online and pick up in store feature is putting certain pressure on merchants because worldwide shoppers expect that there would be some sort of section in store for curbside. And merchants supposed to actually re-equip a little bit brick and mortar stores and build some kiosks or some pickup areas for consumers to be able to do so. And US is the home to the largest pickup economy. So out of all the respondents, nearly 1/3 of all US consumers, or 16 million people, that's a significant number of people, made their most recent purchase online, but picked up in store or curbside. So, and this is 37% year-on-year increase. At the same time, 25% of all shoppers in Brazil picked up their most recent orders in store, and this is an increase of 74% year over year.
Wow. Okay. Now, I know the consumer behavior in CEMEA might be different, but before we dive into data specific to that region, were there any other broad trends that caught your eye?
Yeah, quite a few, David. What we noticed based on the research and also our own observations. So, first of all, using smartphones, apps, and digital features, giving consumers greater confidence and certainty about their purchases, especially when they shop in the physical store. So, brick and mortar shoppers use in-store navigation apps, and the ones who are using them 29% more satisfied than those who are not using them. Actually, I must fully reflect on this as well, because recently, after doing a lot of shopping online, I came to the brick and mortar grocery store, large store, and I had an idea in mind what I'm supposed to buy. And actually, to go with your trolley and to pick up different elements of your list proven to be actually not as easy as just picking up and doing this search online. So having an app, which I frankly haven't had, which would help you to navigate in store, to pick up, to find the things which you're really planning to buy would be very helpful. So it significantly cuts your time. Then also the other thing is promo codes and recommendations. Consumers in Brazil and the UAE rank recommendations pretty high, and they use promo codes pretty often. So, for example, in the UAE, people who use them, 27% more satisfied compared to the ones who are not using them. At the same time, all markets are different. So in other markets, specifically US and the UK, easy return makes a major difference. So US shoppers who use easy return options, 52% more satisfied than the ones who are not. And also probably to finish on this one is the fact that US consumers who use cross-channel digital profiles, means they are registered with this merchant, they do have their card on file, they have some personal payment data embedded into the app. They shop more frequent, and we see that 47% of these people are more satisfied than the ones, they are more satisfied by 47% than the ones who do not use these profiles.
To bring it back to the UAE specifically, how are the consumers in the study responding?
Well, we see that there are a number of points on how consumers decide which merchant they would like to give their business. So in the UAE, we see sort of a perfect example on how adding the right features can enhance shopper experience. Merchants in the UAE boost their shopping satisfaction year over year by adding incentives, coupons, rewards. We see that 86% of the UAE shoppers said in the interview that the local merchants are offering some sort of type of incentive, coupon or reward option in the last year, 2022, and this is 11% up versus 2021. And UAE merchants, based on the Global Digital Shopping Index, provide higher scores, and actually their score is increasing. And last year, it went 11% up from 112 to 124 in the same time a year earlier. And we can talk about, when we talk about personas, we can probably sort of define a classical UAE persona who is residing here. So say this is Rashid. He lives in Dubai. He's a digital mainstream shopper. Remember, about a half of the consumers are digital mainstream. He is open to buy new things. He is also open trying new digital payments and the shopping options. Even if he would not maybe using them all the time, he would like to have them. When he shops, he spends about half of his time online and about half of the time on his phone. So even when he shops in person, he likes to use his smartphone to see what kind of deals available and whether he is missing something of value or not. He is using his digital wallet and his cards, which are loaded into wallet. Generally, he doesn't really like to use cash. He has a little bit of cash just for the cases when, the store maybe not accepting that, but that happens very rare. So that's Rashid from the UAE. And, looking at the other finding, we understood that 14% of brick and mortar shoppers who make purchases in the UAE, they are using their digital wallet. So they're not even taking plastic cards with them. So they use their phones. And this is growing year over year. And we observe a major shift away from traditional plastic being tapped at the till versus contactless options versus wallets and the alternative and all the pays which are embedded under the phone. So we see that the contactless options are taking significant proportion of all the payments in UAE merchants.
Okay, it's pretty obvious that digital is gaining ground, but what were your overall takeaways from the study?
I actually agree with the authors of the study. So they assert that to win over global shoppers in 2023 and onwards, it is not enough for merchants to simply provide smooth, seamless shopping experience. They must deliver localized shopping experience. They must have payment options that would match each market unique preferences. And continue to do that because the customer preferences evolve and change over time. So merchants must know their clients, their consumers, and have the flexibility to add new shopping features, new payment methods, because quickly local shoppers will eventually adopt that. And then merchants around the globe give their shoppers the tools they need to customize their shopping experience. Whenever the shoppers are digital minimalists, digital enthusiasts, or members of the digital mainstream, satisfaction of the shoppers will likely to follow.
Well, thank you, Michael Berner, so much for that fantastic insight into the mind of the digital shoppers. Your insights really help paint a picture of where commerce is headed in 2023 and beyond.
Thank you for having me, David.
Now, let me just say that for anyone who wants more information, the entire 2023 Global Digital Shopping Index is available online. Simply go to cybersource.com and you'll find that study plus so much more. Until next time, thank you for joining us.